see this big box?
I
didn't even know I was getting this box, dude. You know who sent this to me?
I do.
My pal Adam. And so I had no idea he was actually doing this. I'm just making the intro because like I know exactly what this is and I'm really excited to open it. And the only reason why I do know this is because it says Viper right there. And he sold these chairs on his website. And I went to his website, I was like, dang, that's kind of a nice chair. Like I wouldn't mind one of those. Next thing I know, it's arriving at the doorstep and I got a chair. But before we do that, he also sent me another package, which I have no idea what it is. We're just gonna open this real quick. Today's video is sponsored by LZMFG. Dang, dude, you're a dad guy. You like this?
Yeah, I'd wear it.
Because I'm not a dad hat kind of guy.
Yeah, no,
that's sick. Dang, what is this? Yo, dude, is this a shovel, dude? This is fire, dude. I actually love this shit. Dude, we're gonna set this up in the Jeep.
The Jeep, dude.
Dude, we get stuck, we just shovel our way. This is actually so sick.
It's got the stamp on there too.
I'm super hyped on this. But it came with that little thing. Oh, cool, I got a shirt too. And I got this magazine. Is this a magazine or pictures? I don't know what this is.
I open it up. It looks like Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that is sick. I think this is when they first got the compound.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. Honestly, I'm
sick.
I'm most hyped on this shovel. Did I cut you?
I just ran my hand right across the serrated part.
Let me try to imagine.
Zombie killer.
But no, thank you, LZMFG. We're gonna open this thing up real quick. We're gonna put it together. And I guess the next clip is rolling around. Woo! Is that going?
Yeah.
So I like to be an honest guy. So I was just in the the office editing a video. Will was opening this up because he's gonna put the chair together while I'm editing a video. And he put it back and he was like, I need my reaction.
I think you were just supposed to open it on camera.
You got me nervous, dude. You're all like giggly and stuff. Oh, shit, dude. You're a fucking asshole.
Dude, I didn't put it. I'm assuming he put it in there and he wanted you to get scared.
Yeah, no, he got me. No,
It honestly got me at first. I was like, what the fuck?
I don't even know if he knows this, but I hate snakes. Like, snakes are like my biggest fear ever. Like, remember Bam Margera and like
and he was in the back with all the
I
pythons?
would have been that bad, if not worse. But he actually got me for real. All right, well, chairs together now. So if you guys watched yesterday's video, you know that we actually bedlinered the entire interior of the Jeep. And I mean, this is our first look at it drive. What do you think?
It looks really good.
Dude, it's really not bad. I mean, wow, dude.
Good texture to it.
For sure. Like, this looks sick. I think we should probably do the doors. I mean, we don't got to do it right now, but
eventually, yeah.
The doors look extra shitty now. Like, if you go where you are, dude, like that's what it was. I mean, just picture green on the ground, but dude, this looks like professional when you look at that. And by no means is it professional, but I mean, it's gonna do the job. Like, we're gonna put the seats in here, we're gonna bed liner the doors, and then that's it for the interior. I almost want to make something, because the center console's gay. There's no point of having a center console in this thing if we're gonna off-road it, but I want to make like a little fire extinguisher attachment just in case, because this thing is a piece of shit. So we want to be safe rather than sorry. But dude, stoked on this.
Slowly turning into a 5-footer.
Yeah, dude. It was a 10-footer. Now it's an 8-footer. It's almost a 5-footer. So
to the 5-footer.
I'm stoked on this. We got some other things to do, but we kind of just came over here to look at this. So last night I was going over the engine bay and kind of looking over it, talking with a couple friends that stopped by that know a lot more about Jeeps than I do. So this engine, this is the 4.0. This is actually out of like a 99 or something like that. A lot newer than this Jeep right here. This Jeep is an 87, so this should have like a carburetor and everything, which explains, so this is an engine swap, and it explains why all of this is just unplugged, because this is not for this car whatsoever. And the harness was just kind of slapped on top. So I think the next game plan is to kind of just clean up this wiring a little bit. You can see that the fuse block is just sitting on top of the engine. I mean, over time that thing's just gonna melt, and then it's just gonna start to destroy things. The ECU is just kind of plopped over there. So I think the first thing we need to do is we need to free up some of this harness. We're gonna take the battery out for now and try to extend the harness as much as we can and see where we can actually route it. Like, it'd be nice to just mount the fuse block. Oh my God, I just smacked that and there's a self-tapper right there. Jesus Christ. But mount that here, mount the ECU maybe behind the battery right there, just so it's not flop dick around. It's just stupid nonsense. And if we can kind of just clean that up, get that out of the way, at least things won't be wiggling around or melting and stuff like that. So let's try to see if we can extend this thing.
This is gonna be good. Hey, you're gonna tell Will to clean the, you're gonna have Will clean this mud up, right?
You wanted us to do this.
Yeah, but I didn't want mud.
You think he's gonna send it?
Yeah.
Move
the Ranger back.
All right, so I've been over on Tommy's side of the shop because we're going through the GTR and it looks like that thing is getting completely stripped. Definitely stay tuned for that video. We ended up ruining some stuff, but it was kind of funny. But Will, you've been over here messing with his harness. Like, walk us through this thing. How do you like it?
No.
No.
No. Motivation has come to a
halt.
Yeah, it's at a halt right now.
It's looking a little better.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot better.
So I mean, like, I undid a bunch of like all these things I had to undo. Just to like untangle wires.
Yep.
So like I mounted this. It pretty much just cleaned everything up.
Yeah, just
It's
getting.
essentially
I mean,
what it is.
realistically, there's not a
Well,
crazy
here,
ton we can do.
Here's all the, including this. This will
So
also
that
be
wasn't
added to
even
that
hooked
pile.
up.
That's all the stuff that I pulled out that's not connected.
What the hell is this?
That was under your fender. That's what the self-tappers were. I knocked the self-tappers out, and then that...
Is this a reflector?
No, it was a light under...
Oh, this is a light?
It just wasn't even hooked up, so I was like, all right, that'll just get thrown
Yeah,
out.
well, that's whatever.
And then so, as you guys know, I just tried to pick it up. Forgot I mounted that bitch so good.
The self-tappers that came out of the GTR body kit.
Yeah. This was over here.
That was laying on the engine.
Yeah, and the ECU was sitting around here somewhere. So I tucked this main harness behind here so we can mount this here.
Yeah,
This
we're just
plug
gonna
goes
self-tapper
here.
that to it.
And then there's these two plugs to sneak up right through here. I also like ran things, I had to undo this to run some wires under here. We mounted all the relays so they weren't just laying there. And then zip tied this together and
That rat's
got rid of
nest.
most of the slack.
That's cool too, because
And
there's
then-
those little plastic clips
Yeah,
up
but
there
they're
that we can just.
broken.
Oh, they're broken.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But the thing is once we get my toolbox, I have zip ties that have clips.
Oh, okay.
So-
That's cool.
So we can use two of those to get that.
We
up
got to
to
get your
there.
toolbox this week. We got to go get it.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I think that's fucking good.
No, I mean, it's great. So, I mean, the main thing that I wanted was just, it wasn't hitting this. I wanted to figure out, like, the bullshit, like, things that you're already doing, like, all this wire that wasn't even connected to anything.
Red wire.
The red one? Oh my.
Yeah.
So this was actually to the battery, but it was to nothing. It was just to the positive.
Yeah.
So every time this thing just hit going
I'm
off-roading,
assuming it
it
just got
completely
so hot.
melted itself.
It melted the other two wires together too.
It's insane. This was literally a fire waiting to happen, so it's a good thing that we were going through
You can
this.
see right through there.
Yeah.
somewhat, and right there.
All in all, I mean, obviously nothing's going to be perfect on this thing. We're just trying to make it not a fire hazard and like make it so when you are driving it, like shit's just not bouncing around and stuff. Like we need, before we go off-roading again, like we need to get a cover for this because that's just stupid. Like if a bunch of mud gets in here, obviously it's going to get in the little terminals there and it's going to just break shit. So there's not really much of a point to have that out, but this is good. Oh guys, I wanted to drive the Canter, so I decided to steal it for the night. Tom's not here. I was the last one here tonight. Oh man, this thing is weird, dude. He's gonna kill me. Have you actually taken a look at the Canter?
No,
Dude, this thing is pretty gnar. So I drove this home last night. I said I would steal it from Tommy, but obviously I was joking. He's letting me use it because we got to pick up Will's toolbox. And yesterday I was trying to drive it home. I was trying to drive it to Grant's, and the thing, it was so hard to shift that I'm like, dude, how does he drive this thing? I didn't even know. I had to keep pulling over because it wasn't going into gears. And I was like, I was using my flashlight because it was pitch black, and I was trying to look at the shift knob because one is left down instead of left up. You know what I mean? So like in my head, I was shifting. I was like 1, 2, you know, like trying to like remember what it was. And the whole time I was driving it, the PTO was on. And that's the hydraulic system to lift that thing up. And that PTO system is with the transmission, so that wouldn't let me shift. So I'm over here like trying to jam this thing in here. And when I got to Grant's, Tommy's like, the fucking PTO's on. I'm like, what's that? And like, because I had no idea, because it was on when I got in it, and I didn't really want to touch anything that I didn't know.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
But long story short, dude, this thing is sick.
Yeah?
Yeah, hop in, I'll show you some things.
Dude, it's super clean.
It's super clean. Dude, it's got like 20,000 miles on it.
Serious?
It's not bad. Hop in, dude. All right, first impressions I want of the windshield.
Amazing.
Dude, doesn't
Like
it?
we're in a box truck.
It feels like I'm driving a coach bus to me. Because it's so
like a bus,
wide, dude. It's insane. Start this puppy up. Oh, I left the key in here. It's early. Left the key in the door. Here we go.
2 glove compartments? Dude, starts right up.
Like a glove, dude. What is, ooh, is that a flashlight?
I don't know what that
Dude,
is.
what is that, dude? What the fuck is that?
It's stuck to it.
Dude, it's like a knife holder or
It's
something.
literally what it looks like, a fucking shank holder.
What is that with this? Don't care. Oh, that's kind of cute. This is like a K-truck on steroids.
This is just like
Oh my god, it's like a fucking
it's
kid's
like a kid's book on how to drive. It literally is how to drive.
It's kind of funny. Dude, you can like raise, look, you can raise the idle and stuff by just turning this knob. Super cool.
Is that for the PTO?
No, the PTO is this. This was pulled out, and it's supposed to be in while you're driving. But like when I got in it, it was pulled out. So I was like, I'm not gonna really mess with this. This is probably how it's supposed to be. But so this is your e-brake. You just twist that, push that down, and then dude, first off, this thing's still kind of hard to shift. That's one. And it's so short. Here, hold this. I'm not gonna lie though, I kind of felt like a baller last night driving this home. It is dog piss slow, dude.
Where's the seatbelt?
Do you not have a holder? You might have to go seatbeltless, dude.
No ways.
Oh, for sale. It's 89, I guess. Are you sure it's not in this little hole? I hope you trust me.
I hope YouTube doesn't care.
Well, I mean, hey, we tried. We looked, man.
I don't know what you want from me. The little shelf right here.
No, it's really not bad. All right, so
All right, let's see this.
this is first. E-brake's off. I'm gonna like talk myself through this thing.
And that's pretty much all she's got.
This is the end of first gear right here.
Wow.
Wait till you see this thing. K-truck on steroids. That's it. Wipers. Dude, and it's got a mean exhaust brake. Wait for this. Like, I won't have to hit the brake down this hill. No brake. It just slows down itself.
Dude.
The exhaust brake is so powerful.
Wow.
Dude, I was ripping back.
Dude, we're literally coming to a stop.
Dude, I know.
Literally gonna come to a stop. That is
And
crazy.
like, so this is the road where the heroin addict stole my car. Dude, she went probably 70 down.
Oh yeah, straight. That's why this is all new.
So like this Jake brake, exhaust
dude.
brake is doing some work. Dude, look, I haven't hit the brake yet, just barely, just to stop at this stop sign. And this is a huge ass vehicle. All right, here we go.
Oh,
Dude, gotta shift again.
oh dude, that's sick.
I'm pretty used to it now. Like when I first got in it, dude, I was like stuck in the middle of the road, like looking at the fucking shift knob and
Dude, I
stuff.
bet.
I
I
threw
bet.
it in reverse because I didn't know.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I would have done, 100%.
It's pretty funny.
All right, is that it or?
One last one.
Oh.
We're gonna rip it. Ready? That was ripped. This is floored.
That's floored.
This is floored, dude.
Wow.
Alright, well-
Dude, I could beat this thing on a bicycle.
No, seriously. But we're gonna film again when we get to a hill because I gotta get your reaction to the hill.
Alright.
So if you look on the left over there, that's where I ruined my life. Right over there, the skate park. And now we have one of the biggest hills in town. So we found out that first gear doesn't do anything. Second's mid. All right, I have to floor this. We need speed, Will.
Dude, yeah,
We're gonna bog out,
this
dude.
is steep. It's probably not gonna seem steep on camera, but
I'm floored, just so you know. This is fourth gear floored. We're already losing RPM. We're not even at the start of the hill.
now we had just hit the start of the hill.
All right, we are losing RPM fast. We have to downshift. Double clutch. All right, third gear. We're slowly going up the RPM range here. No, we're staying the same, about 1900 RPMs. Pinned to the floor.
Dude, we were going like...
Imagine there was a car on it.
I know. We're
People are beeping at me,
People are
dude.
beeping at
I'm
us.
floored. I can't do
literally
anything.
going 20 miles an hour.
Let's. This can't go the speed limit up hills.
Dude, your whole seat bounces.
It's got suspension.
Hey, I was gonna say, it's got like...
It got, like my butt is like coming with the seat.
Yeah, dude. Wow.
I mean,
luxury.
it's slow, but I guess it does the job. I want to
it
drive
does
this
the
thing
job.
with a car on it and see like what it does.
Yeah, I
you know?
bet you the toolbox is even gonna...
Dude, this is bad action.
Yeah, blow it.
I think we have no. Alright, we're starting in first. Oh shit, can't get it in. Alright, here we go.
Dude, first gear is like it's like an 18 speed.
Yeah.
Like it's so short.
It's really bad.
Alright, this hill's not too bad.
Alright,
These
well.
people are still being butthurts. Oh, they gotta get their kids to school, they're mad.
Yeah, we only got 7 people. I ain't pulling over. Alright, let's get to the Will's old dealership. We gotta figure out how to use the PTO. There she is, dude. Your old work.
My old word.
How do you feel about this?
Well, it's not really old, it's actually brand new. But...
Is this a sad moment, getting the toolbox?
No.
Or just another chapter?
Dom.
Where am I going?
Pull around back.
So long. We got the box, dude.
Got the box.
Check that thing out. What is that, a 4S?
Yeah,
Hell yeah. Dude, now we can finish the wiring. You got those zip ties.
You do have those zip
All right,
ties
seconds
now.
up. So we're driving here, and I was just talking to Will, and like, since the shifting pattern's different, I like kind of need to focus on it. And since I was like talking to Will, I wasn't focusing. I went to go into first, and first is reverse. And instead of going forward, I was backing up. It was like this close to, sorry, Tom, that's all. That's all. I'm in top of 5th right now, trying to get as much speed as I can. We got a huge hill coming up. I am absolutely floored, and we're already losing speed. All right, here we go. This thing is so sick though, so sick. All right, we're pinned, baby. Let's see how much this goes down. We're in 5th. Oh yeah, we're losing it. We're losing it. Look at it. Quarter way up the hill. Come on. Oh yeah, she's starting to bog. Starting to bog a bit. We're still floored. All right, we're gonna downshift in 3, 2, yeah, there we go. Climbing back, baby. We made it up. I gotta drive this thing with a car on. I gotta experience that. I want to make this clip really fast because it's getting really stinky, but the Canter did wonders for the toolbox. We got Will's toolbox inside. So let's bring this thing on up. Dude, it stinks.
It's bad. It's so thick.
Yeah. Woo. So while we're looking for Jeep seats, in the meantime, we're just gonna clean these off. I mean, there's not really a point to clean them off because as soon as we go in the woods, it's instantly gonna just get dirty again. But considering the bed liner's new, might as well just clean the seats off a little bit, throw them in, and then we're actually just not sitting on the ground and trying to drive this stupid thing. All right, so we are back with Willie the Jeep guy. How do you feel that now that you have your tools here?
It feels good.
You using them or are you using mine still?
50-50.
50-50? So you need more tools then.
No, it's just yours were closer.
Oh, mine were closer. Your toolbox is
on the driver's side. It just, I
yeah.
like having options now.
Anyways, dude, it looks like you kind of killed it over here. You got all of this electrical taped. It's all hung up on the firewall and stuff. we decided to actually use a hole saw into the firewall, and like all of those wires that were just like not doing anything, instead of cutting them, because some of them like they go to like this, and we're not trying to like figure out what everything does. The fact of the matter is the Jeep runs, it drives, so we're not going to try to cut things and make it not run and drive. But you can see it's pretty solid right there. It's all tucked up in under the dash. You can't see anything down there, so
Runs along.
oh yeah, you fixed the tail light as well. I mean, we still have to do this back here, but we fixed the wiring up there. That's all tucked. You don't see any wires. You're not gonna mess anything up with your feeding placement. Oh god, dude, look at this. What? Did we miss this, or is that faded?
We definitely missed that.
Yeah. Seats are back in. They're a little wet because we just ended up pressure washing because they were so dirty, but
And
we're
just straight lean back.
dude, they are straight leaning. I don't even think we can drive it like this.
No.
But we just need to get some seats in here just so we're not laying on the ground trying to drive this thing. It's very difficult to drive this thing without a seat, but it's probably going to be difficult to drive anyways. But harness is definitely clean. Definitely stoked on this. We need some self-tappers so we can get this up there, but at least that's in a better location. And now we don't have to worry about anything melting. So that's cool. You know, the last thing that we have to fix about this Jeep is the fuel. Dude, the fuel line is so... I can't believe how big this fuel line is. Look at, it's right here. And it's super unsafe because if you turn to the left all of the way, there's a good chance that your tire can actually hit this. Look how thick it is.
Yeah, that is pretty
I'm
thick.
thinking we just redo it, like get a new line. Because also this car breaks up, and at first I thought it was like kind of a spark issue, but we were actually reading this nice fuel pressure regulator, and the 4.0s idle, they're supposed to have 50 psi of fuel pressure. You start this thing up, it goes to 40. You rev it, it stays at 40 because they don't have the vacuum line to actually rise the fuel pressure as the car is fluctuating in the RPM range. So it's always at 40, and I'm assuming that since it's always 40 and it's not rising like it should, that's why it's breaking up. It's not getting the correct amount of fuel. So I'm hoping that maybe we can hook up this vacuum port to somewhere on the engine and we can see if that actually rises. If not, then odds are this thing's just an eBay piece of junk and we're gonna have to figure it out. But I'm pretty sure our breakup issue has to be fueling. Plus, you got this super big gas line that, I mean, it holds so much fuel that I don't even know if this jank ass fuel pump can pressurize up to 50 psi anyway. So we got to figure that out. But I think the first thing we have to do is plumb this vacuum line and see if it actually rises. All right, we're going through the fuel system right now. We're trying to get rid of that red gas line. You can probably see it a little better right here, just because it's super thick and it's unnecessary. And the way they have it, dude, look, you can see that it was already rubbing right there on something because nothing zip tied or anything. And what did you just figure out?
Well, okay, so the red hose goes all the way to back here.
Back there, like towards the end of the Jeep, yeah?
Yeah. Let's see, right there.
Yeah, that's it, even though it's dirt, it's
Okay.
red.
So now we're seeing this hose. Maybe they can put it right here. The hose clamp right there. I thought that was two hoses, but no, that's just a hose clamp over the hose, and the hard line starts right at that bend. So they literally slid the red hose all the way on to back there.
So my question is, do you think that hose is rotted?
Dude.
You know? But at the same time,
maybe.
That doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't they just cut it over there and then just run the rubber? You know? Why would they go through the trouble of rubbing? And this is why this is so thick, because they fucking ran this fuel line over the hard line, which is ridiculous. Like, why would someone ever do that?
I don't.
And that's probably why it's getting such low fuel pressure, because it's so big. They can't run all that volume through the fuel pump.
Yeah, I guarantee. Yeah, I guarantee
that fuel pump's working 200%.
Yeah, literally. She clocked in for overtime.
So I don't know. I guess let's see if that theory's correct. Let's see if that's really a hard line. I find that insanely ridiculous, to be honest. But I mean, with looking at everything how this is done, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. So I guess we're gonna dive a little deeper here.
Cutting the whole line off? That you want me to just
I think we can just, I think we can literally just unscrew the hose clamp and pull it off. They got it on.
You think that'll pull off?
I mean, they got it on.
Okay.
You think these guys put a lot of effort of getting that thing on? I bet you just slid up and they hose clamped it. Oh, God. So we had to take a slight break. What happened, Will?
So, that gas line.
Went everywhere.
I started cutting it.
It went everywhere.
I get about halfway, and then it just starts leaking. So I'm like, oh, okay, the hard line was, like, rotted through. But no, I accidentally pulled it because I had the end capped.
Yeah.
So I wound up pulling it so that way there was, like, space between the plug and the soft line and then the hard line. So the hard line just started filling up. And since the soft line was so, like, big compared to
Look
the
at how
line,
big this... So they had this running as the fuel line, which they have some junk-ass eBay fuel pump, which I just don't think it can pump this much volume of gas. And I think that's the reason why it's so...
So then I get to here, and then it starts leaking, but it was just filling up from here. And then I pull it off, and it was just a nightmare.
I was editing in there, he's like, hose clamp! I need a hose clamp! I come out here, gas is like pouring on this dude's shirt, and I'm like, oh my God, we couldn't find a hose clamp. Long story short, tire shop reeks of gas. So we pulled this thing out instantly, we cleaned all the gas out, and we're gonna take a little break, because
We love you, Tom.
if Tom comes over here,
We're fucked. I'm running in the morning.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, it was this guy. But we're just gonna let it air out further. I mean, there's no point of filming what we gotta do. The fact of the matter is, we're gonna be using this line instead of this crazy monstrosity, whatever the hell you call that.
Line.
Dude, it's insane how big that is. And we're actually gonna use the hard line how it's supposed to, and we're gonna run that line correctly and actually tie it down. I got a bunch of P-clamps and stuff so we can P-clamp it to the frame.
Vacuum now.
Yeah, we have vacuum now, and I did start this off camera. It was chilling at 40, and when you revved it, it did go up like a tiny bit, not enough to where I was stoked about it, but I also think, once again, it's because that fuel line was so big and the fuel pump is such junk. But we're gonna finish this off camera. I think we're gonna end the video right here. And tomorrow, I think I'm putting the GTR video up. There's a lot of things going on. The GTR is a shell right now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.